I have always shared a great bond with my manager, who often encouraged me to visit new places and learn about people. He believed that traveling wasn't just about sightseeing but about understanding the world through the stories of strangers. I never thought much of it at the time. But little did I know, his words would resonate deeply during a trip that would change my perspective forever. A few months ago, I traveled to a Caribbean country for a couple of weeks. It was a refreshing experience, stunning beaches, vibrant culture, and warm-hearted people. But as my trip came to an end, I had to make a transit stop in London before catching my connecting flight back home. Since I had already stayed in London during my outbound journey, I decided to book a hotel in the same area, one that I had grown slightly familiar with. It was close to the train station, which seemed convenient. After landing at Heathrow, I took a train to my destination, feeling exhausted yet excited to be back in a city that always fascinated me. The unexpected struggle. After reaching the train station near my hotel, I made a bold decision to walk there instead of taking a cab. It wasn't just about saving money. I genuinely enjoy walking, especially after long flights. It helps me stretch, clear my mind, and burn a few extra calories. However, this time, something felt different. Midway through my walk, fatigue hit me like a wave. Maybe it was the weight of my luggage, the lingering exhaustion from my flight, or the fact that I was having a hard time finding the hotel despite knowing I was close. There's something about being in a new place sometimes, even if you're right in front of a location, you don't recognize it. And in London, many places don't have flashy hoardings or signs, making it even more confusing. Determined to push through, I continued walking until I reached an underpass. That's when I noticed a kind-looking woman, possibly in her mid-50s, watching me from the other side. As soon as our eyes met, she smiled and walked towards me. An unexpected helping hand. She must have seen me struggling because, without hesitation, she asked, "Do you need help with your luggage?" I was taken aback by her kindness. Most people in a bustling city like London are in a rush, minding their own business. But here was this woman, an absolute stranger, offering to help me. I smiled and replied, "I can manage, but thank you so much." There was something warm and familiar about her. The way she spoke, her mannerisms, I could tell she was from India. There's a certain comfort in meeting someone from your own country when you're far from home. Seizing the opportunity, I decided to ask for directions to my hotel. She listened carefully and then politely explained the way, making sure I understood. Her patience was something I truly appreciated. Before I could thank her and move on, I hesitated for a moment and thought of something. "Do you know any good vegetarian restaurants around here?" I asked. She paused for a second and then, with the kindest smile, said, "I'm actually going to the supermarket right now. If you'd like, I can bring you a sandwich and drop it off at your hotel reception." I was shocked. Here was a total stranger, going out of her way to make sure I was okay. I politely declined, not wanting to trouble her, but she was persistent. No, it's not a problem at all," she assured me. And before I could protest further, she offered something even more surprising. "Or better yet, I'll bring you something from home. My house is just across from your hotel. I'll bring you some sandwiches and snacks." I was speechless. There was something so pure about her offer. It wasn't forced, it wasn't out of obligation. It was just one human being choosing to help another. After a brief moment, I nodded, smiling. "That would be really kind of you." She told me to wait at my hotel reception and hurried off. The sandwiches and a lesson for life. As I reached the hotel, I sat in the reception area, reflecting on what had just happened. To return the favor in some small way, I took out a bottle of coffee that I had purchased earlier at the airport. It wasn't much, but it was the least I could do. A few minutes later, she arrived, carrying a small bag. She had brought fresh sandwiches and some extra snacks. I could tell they were homemade, made with love and care. As she handed them to me, I couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Before leaving, she also helped me find a clothing store nearby, as I had mentioned that I wanted to buy something for my family. At that moment, something clicked inside me. This small gesture had a profound impact on me. I realized that kindness still exists in this world, not the kind that expects something in return, but the kind that genuinely wants to help. That night, I sat in my hotel room eating the sandwich she had brought me, and I felt blessed beyond words. A change that stays forever. When I returned home, I couldn't stop talking about this experience. I shared it with my family, friends, and especially my manager, the one who had always encouraged me to explore and connect with people. But more importantly, this experience changed something within me. I realized how easy it is to help someone in need, even in the smallest ways, offering directions, sharing food, or simply being kind to a stranger. Since that day, I have started consciously helping others with food. Whether it's buying a meal for someone in need or offering a snack to a stranger, I now believe in passing on kindness the same way that kind-hearted woman did for me. And let me tell you, it feels amazing. Final thoughts. Life isn't just about where we go, but the people we meet along the way. Sometimes, a small act of kindness from a stranger can stay with us forever, shaping the way we see the world. That woman may never know the impact she had on me, but I will carry this lesson with me for the rest of my life. And who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be that stranger helping someone else in their moment of need. Because kindness is a circle, it always finds its way back.